Hello everyone, welcome to the English grammar class. This lesson is about direct and indirect speech, part 1. In this video, we are going to learn about the direct and indirect speech of assertive sentences. As we all know, an assertive sentence is one that affirms or negates a fact. It can be a positive or negative sentence which ends with a full stop. Whatever we speak is called our speech. We use our speech to report the ideas that are our own. Also, we speak to report the speech of any other person to still another person. This job of reporting can be done in two ways, directly or indirectly. Let us try to understand them in detail. Number 1. When the actual words of the speaker are quoted, it is called direct speech. The reported speech is generally kept within inverted commas. Example of direct speech. John says, I am a teacher. In this sentence, the word says is called reporting verb and I am a teacher is known as reported speech. Number 2. When the reported speech is in the assertive sentence, the reporting verb and reported speech are joined by the conjunction that in the indirect speech. Example of indirect speech. John says that he is a teacher. In this sentence, all the comma and inverted commas are removed and the reporting verb and reported speech are joined by the word that. Points to remember. If the reporting verb is in present tense, there is no change in the tense of the verb in the reported speech. Example, John says, I'm a teacher. Here the reporting verb says is present tense and the verb in the reported speech am is also present tense. Since the reporting verb is present tense, we don't need to make any change in the verb of the reported speech. So the tense will remain as present tense. John says that he is a teacher. This is the indirect form of speech and the whole sentence is in the present tense. Next, if the reporting verb is in past tense, the tense of the reported speech is changed according to the formulas. Example, he said to me, I hear the cuckoo. Here the reporting verb said to is past tense and the verb in the reported speech here is present tense. Since the reporting verb is past tense, we need to change the verb here into past tense. The indirect form of speech will be, he told me that he heard the cuckoo. Now the whole sentence is in the past tense. Next, if the reported speech express universal truth or habitual fact, the tense remains unchanged and it is generally in simple present tense. Example, he said to us, the sun rises in the east. Here the reporting verb said to is past tense and the verb in the reported speech is present tense. The reported speech, the sun rises in the east, is also a universal truth. So we don't need to change the verb rises into past tense because it is a universal truth. The indirect speech will be, he told us that the sun rises in the east. Here are the formulas. The tense of the reported speech is changed to the corresponding past tenses. Simple present changed into simple past. Present continuous changed into past continuous. Present perfect changed into past perfect. Present perfect continuous changed into past perfect continuous. Simple past changed into past perfect. Past continuous changed into past perfect continuous. Past perfect does not change. Past perfect continuous does not change. Modals in the direct speech are changed into the indirect speech in the following ways. Shall becomes should, will becomes would, may becomes might, can becomes could. However, modals like must, should, would, could will not change. They will remain the same in the indirect speech. The following words are generally changed as now to then, this to that, this to those, here to there, hence to thence, yesterday to the previous day, today to that day, last night to the previous night, tomorrow to the next day, next week to the following week, is MR to was or were to had been, do or does to did, has or have to had, said to told. After knowing the rules and formulas of changing direct speech into indirect speech, let us try a few examples. Number 1, Jimmy said, I am now a principal. Here the reporting verb is said. It is in the past tense. And the verb of the reported speech, that is am, is in the present tense. So we need to change this present tense into past tense because the reporting verb is in the past tense. Let us try now. Jimmy said, we have to use the conjunction that, and then he. Instead of I, he should be used because Jimmy is a male gender. We have to replace with the pronoun he. Am will change into was, now will change into then, take down a principal. So the whole sentence of the indirect speech will be like this. Jimmy said that he was then a principal. Let's move to the next. I am enjoying the film, he said. This is direct speech. The reported speech comes first and followed by the reporting verb. But do not worry about this. When we change into indirect speech, the process will be the same as the first one. We will start with he said that, and I will change into he because the speaker is already he. We have to use the same person. Am enjoying is present continuous. According to the formula, we have to change into past continuous, that is, was enjoying the film. He said that he was enjoying the film. Now let's move to number 3. Chandra said, I have written it. Here the reported speech is written in the present perfect form. Have written is present perfect tense. We need to change into past perfect tense. The sentence will be Chandra said that he had written it. Number 4, the director said you can do it tomorrow. Let's change into indirect speech. The director said that. Here, the person you. Let us assume that you stands for the male or female gender to whom the director is speaking. So we can replace with he or she, but I'm using here he. Can will change into could, and do will not change again. It will remain the same. Because the auxiliary verb can is changed into could, and once it is changed, we don't need to change the main verb, that is do, anymore. It will remain the same. It, and then tomorrow will become the next day. The whole sentence is the director said that he could do it the next day. Number 5. The girl said to the boy, you have bluffed me today. Here the reporting verb is said to. We need to change into told. And the verb of the reported speech is have bluffed. This is present perfect tense. We need to change into past perfect tense. Because the reporting verb is in the past tense, we also need to change this one into past tense. Let's change into indirect speech. The girl told the boy that You belongs to the boy, so we can replace with he. And had bluff, he had bluff, and me is the objective form. It belongs to the girl, she, and the objective form of she is her. Today will change into that day. The girl told the boy that he had bluffed her that day. Number 6, she said to me, you are teaching me today. Said to will change into told, and our teaching is present continuous will change into past continuous. The indirect speech is, she told me that. You belongs to me. Me, subjective form is I, was teaching. And here again, me belongs to she. The objective form of she is her. Today will change into that day. She told me that I was teaching her that day. Number 7, Shimrei said, we planted the lemon plant yesterday. Here the verb of the reported speech is planted, which is simple past. According to the formula, we need to change the simple past into past perfect tense in the indirect speech. Let us change now. Shimrei said that we should be replaced with they because it belongs to Shimrei and friends. Planted will change into had planted the lemon plant. Yesterday will change into the previous day. Shimrei said that they had planted the lemon plant the previous day. Number 8. Guite said, I was doing MBA in Bangalore. The verb of the reported speech is was doing, which is past continuous tense. And we will change into past perfect continuous tense according to the formula. Let us try now. Guite said that we are going to replace I into he because Guite is a male gender. Was doing will change into had been doing MBA in Bangalore. Guite said that he had been doing MBA in Bangalore. Number 9, he said, I shall leave for Delhi. Remember, will or shall usually change into would in the indirect speech. So the indirect form will be, he said that I belongs to he, so we'll replace I with he, would leave for Delhi. He said that he would leave for Delhi. Number 10, Aruna said, I may go now. Will change into indirect speech. Aruna said that I belongs to Aruna, that is female gender, she. Will replace I with she. May will change into might, go. Now will change into then. Aruna said that she might go then. So this is the end of the lesson. We'll learn more about the direct and indirect speech of interrogative sentence in the next video. Thank you everyone for your attention and thank you for watching. See you again. Bye.